Guys, I seriously wasn't going to do a video about this, but I finally broke down and I have to talk about it. I know you've seen the photos by now. Zion Williamson is looking lean. I don't know if my man is on the Atkins diet. I don't know if he got a new prescription for Ozempic or what, but he is looking unrecognizable. So let's talk about that in today's video and what it could mean for the New Orleans Pelicans this upcoming season. Thanks for checking out the channel. My name is Troy. Welcome to the Half Court Report. Make sure you drop a like on this video and hit subscribe for some of the hottest NBA content that you're going to find on YouTube. I know in the NBA offseason, you always get players saying, I'm in the best shape of my life. Well, Zion, my friend, I'm just going to say it. You look like to me you're in the best shape of your life, okay? Last we saw Zion, he was destroying the Lakers in a play-in battle for the number 7 seed. In that game, he dropped 40 points and 11 rebounds on the Lakers before coming out with about 3 minutes to go due to a hamstring injury that ended his season. It was the culmination of an in-season turnaround by the 24-year-old in which he played unreal basketball. Zion's stepdad is telling people that the two-time All-Star now weighs 281 pounds, and he has a goal of being 272 pounds when the season begins. For context, his playing weight at Duke was 285 pounds, and there have been rumors that Zion has been over 300 pounds for quite some time. Coming into next season at 272 pounds would be a 30-pound difference. 30 pounds lighter than last year when he averaged 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists on nearly 60% shooting. So what does this mean? Well, it would be unreal because Zion could jump even higher, his body could hold up even better because of less stress, he could be even stronger attacking the rack, just an unstoppable force on the basketball floor. But more importantly, the drastic weight loss is going to help Zion improve his conditioning. In his 5-year NBA career, Zion has struggled to excel late in games due to apparent poor conditioning, which leads to the Pelicans blowing advantages or failing to stay competitive down the stretch. Furthermore, his defense, which has never been his calling card to begin with, suffers when he gets fatigued. That causes Pelicans coach Willie Green to pull him out of games in clutch moments. The NBA media, specifically Stephen A. Smith, may have actually awoken a monster because Smith made derogatory remarks about Zion after the Pelicans were beaten by the Lakers in last season's in-season tournament game, saying that Williamson will eat the table and that chefs were lining up outside his house to fulfill his cravings. All that body shaming looks like it motivated Zion to shed the weight, a process that started in December of last year and began paying dividends by the end of the most recent season. Zion himself even said, "That was definitely a big moment for me. I didn't look at anybody else, I looked at myself. I'll take full blame for that. I wasn't where I needed to be." And since Zion has been a dominant force ever since he came into the league, the world has been following him since he was a teenager. It can be easy to forget that he's still only 24 years old and not even entering his prime yet. Getting serious about his body and his health at this age wouldn't be an outlier story in any way, actually. In fact, it's almost a rite of passage for the NBA superstars, and it's usually followed by a sudden leap in team success. A truly slim and cut Zion would mean a defensive return to the player that he was at Duke, a guy who shuts down entire offenses single-handedly. It could even mean that his high-flying highlights and mind-bending finishes at the rim will come even more often. Most importantly, though, it could mean that he'll be able to replicate his 70-game season from last year and sustain his health and production through a deep playoff run. It could also mean, for the first time in his career, Zion will be the Pelicans' leader, both in terms of on-court output and in the locker room. Zion has gone on record saying that he wants to win it all. So if the rest of the team follows his lead, it could be curtains for the rest of the NBA. In terms of this Pelicans roster, they already made a huge trade this offseason by bringing in DeJounte Murray. Elsewhere, you're going to have Herb Jones being a defensive ace in that starting lineup. Brandon Ingram, who is still on the team. They're trying to trade him, but he's still there as of now. He'll be in one of those forward spots. Zion, of course, he's going to be a starter. And with the play of Trey Murphy, you have to have him as one of the starters too. That leaves CJ McCollum, I think, as a super sub coming off the bench. Jose Alvarado going to be picking pockets left and right as that energy point guard. Jordan Hawkins, he's still on the team, jacking up some threes and hitting them at a pretty good clip. Notice I haven't really mentioned any big men though. That's why it will be very, very important for Zion to remain healthy this year and stay on the court. I see him playing a lot of small ball center. It's not even out of this world to think he could be the team's starting center on opening night. Because look at this center lineup right now. Daniel Tice, who is at best a third stringer at this point in his career. Yves Messi, who is a good player, but it's going to take him at least 2 or 3 years to be an NBA quality rotation player, in my opinion. They just signed some big dude from overseas, Matt Kovic. I don't see him making a mark. And Trey Jemison is on a 2-way contract, who is a 7-footer who's got some solid skills, but again, not a guy who you want to rely on a night-to-night basis. The Pelicans definitely have some holes that they still need to fill. A Brandon Ingram trade could help that a lot, but as I mentioned, there's just not a lot out there on the market for him right now. So it all is going to fall on the massive shoulders of Zion Williamson to keep this team competitive. Let me know if you think they can do it in the comments, and what do you think about these latest photos of Zion. Since you've watched this far, make sure you drop a like for the YouTube algorithm and hit that subscribe button too so you never miss another NBA video from me. Check out my pinned comment along with some of the other videos that I have on this channel. Coming at you with fresh NBA content several times a week, and I will catch you next time on the Half Court Report. Have a great day.